Coca-Cola has many products. Coke, Fanta, Sprite, Fanta Light, Pepper Water. They claim that they want to be everywhere where beverages are. Now, the product or the brand is already popular. But do you know that Coca-Cola spends $4 billion every year on media engagement? Why? Why? Seeing is believing. What you don't see, you don't remember. What you don't see, you don't remember. Coca-Cola is not taking anything for granted. The company knows that the products are popular, but they want to ensure that the popularity does not go down. So everywhere you go, not everything this time. Everywhere you see Coca-Cola. When you arrive from countries, the first thing that you see is the Coke advert. If you open some platforms, some of the first things you see is a Coke advert. You get it? So it is seen is present. Now let's look at another guy just for the purpose of this conversation. Let's identify some means of media engagement. Means. Everyone. The radio. Radio, yes. We use the actual word. Print, newspapers.
Social media.
What's the content? Digital media. Newspapers are on the internet too. You get it? TV stations are on the internet. But digital media, that's the actual word. Now, we have radio, newspapers, TV, digital media, and the last one, prints. Prints. What are prints? Banners, billboards, etc. Now, why do you think that Honorable Akim, Engineer Honorable, Engineer Ashwaju, okay, brought all of you together? Why do you think he brought all of you together? I told you I'm not going to leave it on that discussion. Sis, Ross, can you just hold on? Can you just hold on? Yes, can you just hold on? Please. Let's stop it. Yes. So why do you think Engineer Olatunji brought all of you together? Why? You've been together for years now, right? For what? Media engagement, okay. Why do you think Coca-Cola spends $4 billion on media engagement every year? Sorry? Keep showing their brands. That is one, yes. To gain relevance too. Now, let me tell you this. Coca-Cola has a mission. Their term is refresh the world. Refresh the world. That's why they are in every part of the world. And when you do media engagement, you gain two things. When you do media engagement, you gain two things. The first one is that you want to be seen. You want to be seen. And second reason is that you want to be profitable as a company. You want to be profitable. I brought that whole story so that I want you to now bring it to why do you think that this group exists? For Coca-Cola, they are engaging in their media engagement because of two reasons. One, they want to be seen, they want remain popular and they want to remain profitable. Why do you think this group exists? Somebody said you don't know the essence, the purpose of a thing is subject to abuse. Why do you think, I've said that you are very important in this journey to 2027. You were important for the journey to 2019, just to 2023. You are also important for the journey to 2020. Why do you think this group is important? Why? So why do you think he assembled this group?
Propagate the group of Ogoshima instead of
So propagate the group of Ogoshima, yes. To what end? Thank you. What is the mission? It is not just to propagate. Popular is not spending 4 billion just to be popular. If he spends 4 billion this year and doesn't make much more than that next year, he cannot sustain that. And Dr. Thomas spoke to that. We have seen Omidudu 1.0. We are in Omidudu 2.0. We need to ensure that we get to Omidudu 3.0. That everything that we do, if you don't achieve that amount of nothing. You know, in politics, it's a zero-sum game. You either win all or lose all. You get it? You win all or lose all. Whether by that 2% or 20%, Ajimobi won in 2015. And others, they lamented their loss. Who will not lament in January next year? So, the essence, I want to understand that, the essence of this group is to sustain what we have already achieved. We achieved success in 2019. We achieved success in 2023. We must achieve success in 2027. And what is our role as media practitioners? See, it is what we mirror to the society that they believe. You guys are opinion molders. You are what? Opinion molders. When you read a piece, you form an opinion. When you watch a content, an opinion is created. So, whether people like Seyi Makinde more, whether people like whoever Seyi Makinde is putting forward or not, is a function of the opinion that you create. It's a function of the messages that you put across. So, in other words, you know what you do, you are influencers. Whether you know that you are, some people call themselves media, they call themselves social influencers, they call themselves influencers. Whether you are conscious of that fact or not, what you are doing is that you are molding opinions, you are influencing decisions. Every day, you are persuading people to shift from one point to the other. Somebody may just read what you write or watch what you produce and say, up until now, I'm not looking at this guy, I've done anything. But now, I'm convinced that he has done a lot. And because of that, I'm following him. So, I want us to see ourselves as opinion holders, influencers, and persuaders. In media engagement, what you are doing really is marketing. What you are doing is marketing. That's why I started with brand. You market your brand for the purpose of persuading people to believe in that brand. Why would anybody pick a bottle of Coke ahead of a bottle of Pepsi? Brand. That's the story. Some people were doing the survey. New beer company. So they invited people to come and drink beer. They now put beer bottles in fridge and the freezers, minus the label. They now ask, after taking the beer that's not labeled, what type of beer do you think it took? A star number said, I took star. The other person said, I took trophy. That one said, they now said, none of the brands mentioned was searched. But because people have come to believe that this is my choice, so the taste didn't matter to them. You get it? So we are influencers, we are persuaders, we are marketers. And there are three things that are very important when you are persuaded, when you are in public persuasion. And I just want to give us these three things. The first one is logos. The second one is ethos. The third is pathos. I'm going to explain. So that I'm going to talk about theory. Just towards the practical experience. Logos, what does logos mean? Logos mean logic. So if for you to persuade anybody out there, what must you rely on? Logic. And in this addition, controversial, remember always says that it relies on what? Logic, data, and science. What are those things? They are quantifiable, visible achievements. Logic means something that is appealing to the senses that you can see, something that is logical. So when you go out or when you intend to persuade people, what do you tell them? Tell them what has been done. I'm going to mention some of the things that Dr. Shemakinde has done in the last 6 years, in the last almost 7 years. I know that there's not a lot. Tell me, you are the ones that are right about the ones tonight. Thank you. Ladoke Ademola University. You know, Ladoke Ademola University was the best in the country before it went down. It went down for about 10 years. And the program, you know, and the people were stored. I know nobody spent 8 years for a 4-year course. I know nobody who after 25 years they met from studying medicine. The parents had to take her to Ukraine. When she got to Ukraine, war broke out. She couldn't continue her study. And this one, at the brother spent 5 years in Latin. Government Shemakinde changed all of that. Now LAUTECH is ranked the best state university. That's a bragging right. That is something that everyone can see. It is logos. Anyone? Quickly? Because regular payment of salary, yes. Adam's Stadium, yes. 100 kilometers of road within the valley. Have you? Money here is saying, have you? Agribusiness, airports. No, you just list them. Secular road. Duration of employment. Makinde has employed about 30,000 people.
Local government house.
Thank you. Let me tell you what that people don't talk about. That about 6,000 out of school children are back in school. About 5,000 out of school children. What does that mean? I want to paint a picture for you. Now, let's imagine that those guys remain out of school. In 15 years, what will be their lot? They'll be miscreants. They'll be bandits. They'll be thieves. They'll be robbers. Now imagine somebody bringing back 5,000 people to school. That means it now has a secure future. To me, that's one of the best things that this government has done. Now, we talked about logos. Next one is ethos. Ethos talks about reputation. So you can market Makinde based on his achievements. You get it now? That's logos. You can market him based on his achievement. Second one is reputation. What kind of person is this man? What kind of person is Makinde? A promise keeper. How do you with a kind leader, a compassionate leader. And give me examples. When you talk about this, cite examples. Because we are talking about persuading people. Yes.
He was adding funds to the activity of placement.
You get it now? Before him, there were questioners that were earning 4,000, 5,000. And the government said, look, let's even move everybody to 5,000 naira. You get it now? Recently, he added 10,000 naira.
Because of this prayer.
You get it now? So he's a compassionate leader. Talk about what? Reputation. And when you have somebody strong on reputation, that's when you can have endorsement. Look at it. Everybody that is campaigning now, how many pictures do they use?
2 pictures.
2 pictures. One. Why?
Because of God.
Because what they are looking for is endorsement. So you need reputation to have endorsement. If you are going to get endorsement, don't look for somebody that does not have a good reputation. Otherwise, you kill your brand. So you can market marketing, you have to marketing to achieve election success next year. You can also look, you can marketing based on his reputation. What kind of person is he? He stands for that which is true. And you know what? When he is wrong, he admits it. He admits that it's wrong. You understand? So somebody that is dependable, that is believable. The third one, we are talking about logos, ethos, and pathos. Pathos talks about emotion. You know, marketing decisions are made not just based on facts or reputation, but on emotion. Every marketing decision is emotion based. Why do you think advertisers use pictures of girls? Why do you think bankers or banks send out women, ladies, as marketers? Now, when you are talking about marketing, listen, I'm not making points. You know, I don't have time. You have to connect with people's emotions. Now, when you talk about payment of salaries and gratuities and benefits, how do you now make it an emotional issue? Papa, just imagine that somebody else in the life of actually be successful at the moment. What would happen? Probably you will be dead now. Why? Because your gratuity will be low. That means you won't be able to buy your drugs, you'll be able to send you'll be able to do this. You are connecting on an emotional level. And with that, precision is easy. So when you're talking about what Maria has done, link those things with how it affects persons, individuals personally. You get it now? For instance, so many people who don't have become permanent secretaries. If not for what Maria has done. Because before his time, there was a big number. Now he is not on the limits. He has created opportunities for people. So when you are marketing, you talk about how those things have improved lives. That is connecting with them on the level of emotion. So those things are very important as you go out to market our leader. You have to know, you have to have the facts. How many kilometers of roads have been built? How many PhDs have been renovated? How many teachers? How many civil servants? You know, get your facts right. Then, what kind of person is this man? Is somebody that talks down on people? Is somebody that is not respectful? What kind of person is he? Then those two things that you have to connect with people because decisions are made at the level of emotion. And finally, ethics. You've known me for almost 3 years, have you? Have you ever had me abuse anybody? Have I been abused? I've been abused now. I've been abused. I've been insulted. But for once, have you ever had me abuse anybody? Have you ever seen me write abusive things about people? No. Why? For just many people did not elect Makinde to insult them. I speak for the governor. So if I insult anybody, it's the governor insulting them. And that will detract from the brand. So, ladies and gentlemen, do not go out to insult anybody. Be harmed with your own facts. Superior arguments. If they go, don't join them. Show them a standard. That is how to stand out. When you do that, you are not only believable, you are also respected. And your product, your brand is honored. So do not join anybody in any other fight. No, that's not your job. If I don't insult anybody, I will call on people to insult them. But me, my name, no. Because simple thing, anybody here who insults anybody is like anything Akim is on that person. Because they know that the face of GSM advocate is Akim Olatiji. So if you insult anybody, I'm Akim here. You don't need that. No, what you do, just get your facts. Get your facts. What has he done? For every single thing that the same Makinde has done, I will give you the things that he has done. For every road that he has not constructed, I will mention 20 that he has constructed. For every employment that has not been, I will give them 100 that has given. What more? So people don't argue with facts. It's only those who do not have facts that engage in other facts. Don't join them. You have two more. You have to come after that. Thank you very much.
Clapping, keep clapping on the CPS Okay, welcome to sensitization and engagement. Special advisor to Governor Thank you so much, sir. Alright, without wasting our time, I'll quickly recap what the CPS has given to us. We are opinion model. We are shaping what people see outside the hearing places. We should be able to persuade. And don't forget about the 3 agents, the logos, the panels, and the headers. There are many 3 agents that are made to set up. And much more what we are able to say, checks and other writers in the house, with what Radical and the CBS have said, we should be able to come up with an instant action. God help us. Alright, without wasting our time, you can engage our people with answers. Okay. We have a special presentation, so we'll do 2 things together. Now we are expecting them to give their own presentation. We also have to engage from the guests and have to get to them as well. So, well, I invite the director of the GSM Advocates to the mic to lead us in the presentation of the award.
Sacino! Sacino! No more!
I would like to invite the executive chairman of the Local Government, Honorable
We are still feeling you. And we remain feeling you. I think Allah is going to be there. We are feeling and the Right Honorable Akintunde Emmanuel, who is representing the Speaker of the Health Council. So that was not something that we did not know. Yes, I want to go to PBS. Barista.